Hello everyone. My name is Tifanny Bophadavy Doche, and I'm the co-founder and the creative director of Runway Studio. And today, I'm really excited to talk about the journey toward a circular fashion economy system in Cambodia. Now, I have a question for you. How many of you have attended a Khmer wedding? Please raise your hand. All right. Yeah, I think everyone did, actually. So as we know, Cambodian wedding is around November to April, right? It's during the dry season. It's perfect weather, perfect for a big venue and big celebration. And usually you're having a big tent in the middle of the street. The street is closed or it's happening in a grand hall. And you're inviting hundreds and thousands of people to these events. Cambodia has witnesses a significant growth into Khmer wedding, based on economy development, urbanization, and shifting of social norms. It also has lifted up the businesses linked to that: wedding planner, catering, photographer, makeup artist, and of course, fashion. And I think for me, the most memorable part is the bride and the groom outfits. They have at least 5 or 10 outfits during those 2 or 3 days of wedding, right? And I feel like it's a good highlight about Khmer cultural heritage and the savoir-faire of traditional Khmer outfits. But what I want to know is, and to talk about, is the guest outfits. I remember one of my friends, I was talking to her, and then she was stressing out because she needed to attend multiple weddings. Sometimes she's saying like she's attending 5 weddings a week. So can you imagine? It's like 1 wedding per day. And if you're going to the morning one and the evening ceremony, you need at least 2 outfits, right? So we are getting into this unsustainable way to consume fashion because of those events. And I woke up this morning, it just happened, and I was like seeing a clip with a woman having a dress during a wedding, and I saw one comment saying, normalize the fact that we can wear our dresses more than one. And I was like, that's true. Every time you're going to a wedding, you are thinking about a new outfit every time you're going, because in this culture, you are feeling like, oh no, if I'm going with my dress 2 times, people will see that I'm wearing again and again my dress. But it's actually okay, you know. And in Cambodia, we have some slow fashion sets that we are getting right now, like made to order. I feel like a bunch of you have been to a made to order tailor shop. And this way, you are having multiple appointments to make your clothes for a dress, a suit, from the design part to the final product. And in between, you have multiple fittings. And from that, I feel like it's more like when you are doing this, you are putting the effort and the budget. So you tend to keep your clothes longer. You don't want to throw it away right away because you put so many efforts to the clothes. Young designers in Cambodia are also designing ready-to-wear collection. But it's not fast fashion, it's not mass production. It's handmade, it's unique piece. You can find base on the market, Psa Orase and Psa Olympic. You can source your own clothes or fabrics over there. And usually I think it's, everyone did it before, like one of your family members going to Psa Olympic or Psa Orase and get some fabrics for one of the dresses, or, you know, it's in the culture, you know. And I feel like it's very interesting because those are from dead stock fabric. What is dead stock fabric? It's the fabric that you can find in a market, in a factory, and it's a bunch of roll that has been overproduced, and no one is using it. So I don't know how, but in the end, it's ending up in our market, and we can use it. As local designer, we are using this, and we're trying to source locally because this is the only way for now. And my journey in Cambodia led me to rivers and landfills, like you can see over there. And just to give you some numbers, I promise it will be the 2 first and last numbers, but 20% of the rivers and 60% of landfills are textile waste. Yeah, 60%. Can you imagine? Landfills, more than that is textile waste. And as a designer, I'm working into this industry. I'm a fashion designer, and I was feeling the pressure about that. I was like, it's my own country. I left France for this. I want to start a new life in Cambodia to push Cambodia up. And when I'm working in this industry and I can see that textile waste are adding on more and more every day in Cambodia, I'm just like, okay, I need to do something. And for now, what we can do with those textile waste is to upcycle them. So basically, you treat them, you're cleaning them, and as a designer, you are upcycling them. But the process is really different because when you're a fashion designer, you are designing for a final product, right? But what are you doing when you have the final product in front of you already? So the process of designing is also different. So we're doing the other side. And it's really interesting as a challenge because as a designer, you're taking more time to actually design this piece because you need to make this piece longer. But right now, I want to talk about you. Think about the clothes that you are wearing right now. Is it fast fashion? Is it made to order? Is it from local designer in Cambodia? And the most important question is, where are they going after you're done with them? That's the question. And so we have 3 types of textile waste. The first one is factory second. When you are making clothes in a factory, sometimes you have some little imperfection on the clothes, like a blemish or a scratch on the clothes. But between you and me, it's not affecting the functionality of it, right? So, but for industry standard, it's unsellable in the market. In factory, we can also find trimmings, little offcuts. It's when you are laying down your fabric, you're putting the pattern into it, and then when you're cutting, you have those small, tiny piece that is left in between those space. And so, for the factory, you just throw it away. But if you're thinking into a more creative way, those pieces are really fine to do a new garment. And as we're living into a consumer-driven society and following the trends, what is fashionable right now, the magazine, the season, and social media influencer, because you want to be looking cool and everything, but it's just driving you into this culture of throwing away clothes. Because you are ready with those clothes, okay, let's throw it away now, you know? So when we are in this culture, it's adding on the pile of textile waste. So what are the solutions right now to discard those textile waste? For now, we are having, like I said, it's done either in the rivers or landfills. But the most common solution right now is to burn them. It's the easiest for now and the most common solution. So I think you know, but when we burning clothes, especially the synthetic one, it's kind of hard to get rid of it. And it's having an impact on public health and the environment. So as I'm standing here, I would like to offer solution and idea that we can work as a community, but it's not something that we work in 5 years, tomorrow, or in 10 years. We're targeting 20 years. 20 years to do something. I'm not telling that in 20 years we're going to be textile waste free. This is not a dream, this is reality. And what we're doing right now is to do some big step to those 20 years and for a better future and better environment for the next generation in Cambodia. So the first idea would be to have some textile waste warehouse, so upcycling center. Basically, all the clothes whose has been collected in the rivers or landfills will be gathered together in one place. And then local designers, I think some of you know some of local designers. I feel like they can work together. And to have a place where we can gather all those textile waste is interesting because we can collect data and to understand more about the textile waste that is happening in Cambodia. And I remember when I was working in France, in my previous company, we were having those big bins, like literally my height. And on those bins, you can just bring the old clothes that you don't use anymore, and instead of throwing them away, either you can give it to someone else, it will make the life longer, otherwise you can just put on those bins. And those bins are after collected and bring it to someone else to make the life of those clothes longer. And I feel that this is interesting because I feel like if we're doing this in Cambodia, we can have a locals community and corporate company working together for a same goal, which is a better future. And as I'm talking about collaboration, community, I would like to also talk about community events that we can set in Cambodia, like the fashion show. I feel like a lot of fashion shows are going on in Cambodia right now. It's to highlight the art and the culture, and seminars or workshops. These can gather a lot of people to understand more about what is going on in the country with the textile waste. And to conclude, I feel like I'm not saying that we just want to do beautiful piece or garment. It's not about that. It's about how together and the passionate designer and the young people, how we're gonna rewrite the story itself. It's about how we're gonna make the life of those clothes longer and those story, because every clothes has a story, right? So we just wanted to make it longer instead of just dying in the rivers or in the landfills. And I believe that either your help is small or big, it doesn't matter. It's just about how committed you are about this cause. And I feel like also, as a designer, we all have the pressure to do this. I'm just lucky today to be here because I'm representing a lot of them, but I know that it's a voice that it's starting to grow and grow louder. It's just the beginning of it, and how the fight is gonna be long, because 20 years, it's a lot, but it's also short in terms of what we wanna do, right? So what I wanna say to conclude is, we can all come together and make this happen together for a better environment and for the next generation as well. Thank you so much. Thank you.